notifications go out. Yes, 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 here we are. Friday. Well, and then whatever day y'all catch this replay, we're going to talk about how to win against the narcissist, because chosen ones will always, always win against a narcissist. And it's time to talk about this again. I've got some videos on this YouTube channel where I talk about how chosen ones will always win against narcissists. And the spiritual battle for the mind, it's ongoing. It's ongoing. So let those notifications go out, and you hear the air conditioner. That's right. We've got the air conditioner running. Got to keep the air circulating inside the car, but also we've learned that that does help keep the phone cooled off a little better, so we're going to do it. And just so you know, that's what it is. You hear the AC running in the background because we are in the car, and it is a little bit warm outside. It's not real hot, but it's warm enough because of where the sun is sitting on the vehicle. And so it's enough to keep it warm in here. So I do have the sunroof cracked a little though, because heat rises, right? All right, there you go. All right, let me do our usual check here. And then I'm going to pull up chat, monitor the chat on our other device. There you go. That's right, that's right. And so we're going to talk about that. Okay, yes. All right. So this is, yeah, I get to see what y'all are looking at. Because, I mean, I can see it somewhat, but the device that I am streaming from has a darker screen protector on it than my other one. So that's why I monitor the chat on this one, also on the other device, because it's easier for me to see it. Okay. All right. How to win against a narcissist. Because chosen ones always win against the narcissist. Because first of all, we start to see through them. When their masks slip, we start to see their true colors, right? Well, one of the biggest ways that we win against the narcissist, we quit playing the game. That's right. We quit playing the game. That's the biggest one. We also learn to zip it. That's another how to win against the narcissist. We learn to move in silence. We don't be telling them everything anymore. We learn to observe more and speak less. Because we realize that it don't take long. It don't take long at all for a narcissist to show their true colors. But you got to be observing more and speaking less, you see. If you running your mouth and you uttering all your mind, remember, God says only a fool uttereth all his mind. So we learn, oh, we got to zip it. We got to zip it. We learn to move in silence. Because that way, the narcissist cannot know our every move and what we're up to. Now, I understand that discernment. Now, I know some of y'all got a co-parent with these evildoers. I get that. But for the most part, you keep it just about the kid. That's what the consensus is in the community. Yeah, listen, there's several of us out here who are pushing back against narcissism. And so we all have this consensus that when you are co-parenting with a narcissist, you got to keep the interaction just about the kids only. That's it. The narcissist doesn't need to know anything else about you and how you live in your life after the fact, when you've gone. Now, we understand that kids will talk, but yeah, I get it. But you, as the parent, know how to take your child, sit them down, if they're old enough to understand why. You want to teach them how to zip it. Oh, I know, it'll take a little while. But in general, we stop playing the game. How to win against the narcissist. We move in silent, get stuff done. And another big how to win against the narcissist is to stop ignoring the red flags. That's a big one right there. And so, well, you know, I can't help it if people walk in front of the vehicle, y'all. Okay, I cannot help it if people walk in front of the video, the camera. They don't know. And this is the best shaded spot. Okay, this is the best shaded spot. And I ain't trying to catch nobody without their permission, but it is a public parking lot, so people do what they do. It is what it is. And you just want to be mindful, okay? Because that's another way that we win against the narcissist, is that we simply stop ignoring the red flag. Because if we continue to ignore those red flags, well, then we're going to end up doing it to ourselves. It's like self-sabotage, right? Okay, well, you know, God tells us to be sober and vigilant. And that's part of it right there. It's no longer ignoring red flags. I'm going to tell y'all something. That the red flag of narcissist, yeah, I'm going to cover it up. If people realize they own it and then they want to be on it again. Anyhow. Being sober and vigilant is that awareness, that heightened awareness. Because the red flag of a narcissist are pretty repetitive. In other words, there's nothing new under the sun. So once you catch on to all of the red flags, stop ignoring them, they become more noticeable because they are the same red flags over and over again. Seriously, because they are, it's like, you know, chosen one, I remember being told that I could be read like an open book. Well, I didn't know what that meant. Yeah, now we do. Because we had our empathy wide open. We had our hearts on our sleeves. So, we were like an open book. Well, here's another how to win against the narcissist. That's right. We close that book. Oh, yeah. Close that book. We're no longer walking around out here with our empathy wide open. We're no longer walking around with our hearts on our sleeve. We ain't letting nothing tug at our heartstrings. That's a big how to win against the narcissist right there. Is to stop allowing them to tug at your heartstring. There was an older man, and I could tell that's what he was trying to do at the laundromat. Getting, you know, clearly trying to seek attention. He had these glasses that made his eyes look like big puppy dog eyes. And I could feel it. I felt the spiritual energy. I was like, oh, no, you don't. I said, ain't working. But I did. I sensed it. I was like, oh, he trying to making all them unnecessary noises. He had to be like in his 60s or something. But making all them unnecessary noises. Just like a little toddler trying to get attention. I did not ignore the red flag. And I certainly did not ignore that spiritual energy from him. I was sensing it. I said, oh, no, trying to tug at my heartstring. Trying to make me feel sorry. Looking at me like with them big puppy dog eyes. Ain't working. Ain't working. Ain't working. But that's exactly what they do. Remember, I have told y'all that's one of the biggest red flags. This is not normal for a grown adult to come talking to you and look at, giving you a sob story with puppy dog eyes. No grown adult should be doing that. No. I don't even think, seriously, as a teenager, Chosen Ones, we just never did that. I never felt the need to go tell somebody a sob story and give them puppy dog eyes. I can't even do it. Yeah, have you tried? Chosen ones, have you tried looking in the mirror and giving yourself puppy dog eyes? We can't do it. No, chosen ones can't do it because, well, the demon spirits that do it, and we don't have them. Glory be to God. But no grown adult should be coming at you with a sob story and puppy dog eyes. And yes, you're going to hear the occasional aircraft in this location. It is what it is. So yeah, how to win against narcissists is many. I mean, I know y'all, listen, if y'all can think of something that we don't chat about in this, let's drop that in the comments on the replay. Seriously, let's drop it on the comments in the replay. Because it's really important to understand that winning against the narcissist is really simple and very easy to do. Another how to win against the narcissist, ignore them. Oh yeah, ignore them. Ignore them. See, this is the one thing I'm starting to realize too. That the closer to God I get and the more patient I become, the more the people inside the matrix that I'm having to interact with, the more their impatience begin to show. And I'm going to tell you, the patterns of narcissism are so predictable once you know the red flag and you know the patterns. And you know the cycle, right? It's like it's stuck on repeat. It's like so many entities out here are taught to do things a certain way. And right, and then they are not allowed to do other things another way unless they have this, or that. So when I see the red flags of narcissism, and I'm like, okay, great, what are we going to do, right? What do you do? What do you do? Well, their services, you are in need of that entity's services. So I said, well, it's not that we're not battling against flesh and blood. They're just doing their job. I get it. But I can see their impatience. And it just becomes a lot clearer. And so how do we win against narcissists that way? Again, ignore them. Because it's taking me a little time to put together some documents because I'm doing them myself. And so I ain't going to rush through it because I don't want to mess it up. So they going to wait. I know how much time I have because they already told me. And I'm going to have it I'm going to have it ready for them in plenty of time. But I'm getting like text messages and phone calls almost daily. Am I still interested? I already told them that yes, and I'm working on the paperwork. But see, it's just, I know what it's like to work in an office all day long where there's very little activity. Right. And so I said, wow, I can't imagine being the only one they got but over the last 2 weeks that's even interested in using their services. I can't be the only one, but it sure seems that way. And so I said, well, I get they're doing their job, following up like they're supposed to. I get that part. But wow, I see the red flags. Absolutely. And so that's when I said, okay, I got to make a decision. And so I've been weighing out all my other options, you see. That's how we win against narcissists. We go, hold on a minute. We don't allow them to trick us into making a rushed decision. That's the big win against narcissism in general, is we don't allow them to make us feel pressured into dropping everything else that we've got to do and kowtow to them. See, that's what they're trying to do, and I sense it. I was like, okay, you trying to make me think that I got to drop everything else that God has on my plate today, right? Because the ministry, God first, always, the ministry. So that's always coming first. Self-care, all of that comes first and foremost every single day. And so they want to start texting or emailing or calling or whatever. And if I'm busy, like I need to update some things on the website. I got to do this. We are promoting this fundraiser. There's other things to do. But they acting like I'm supposed to drop all of that. And I said, I have a very specific order of things. Now, sometimes it doesn't go in that exact order because it's always going to be God's order. But I'll get to it when I get to it. See, that's the thing we learn in God's reality is that we ain't got to rush through nothing. We ain't got to hurry up. But they like to try and make you think you do. So that's another big win against the narcissist right there. Is we learn to say, hey, hold on a minute. Give me. You know what? I'm going to go take my time here. I'm going to go and I'm going to think about this for a second. And I'm going to make sure, okay, you want these documents? Okay, well, all right, I'll get them to you. But I'm going to make sure that they done right. You see? Because I've had some others previously who have done them for me and they screwed them up so bad that I have to fix it now. But it ain't me, it's with God. And so I'm going to take my time, a little at a time. I'm going to make sure it's done right. So, there you go. I'm not going to let them rush me. That's how you win against a narcissist and the game of narcissism right there. Is you don't allow them to make you feel as though you have to hurry up on something that you can take your time with. Ain't nothing urgent about this. And in God's reality, we learn that ain't no emergencies in God's reality. There are no emergencies in God's reality. Just about everything in life can wait a few more minutes, or a day, or a couple of days, couple of hours, couple of weeks. We realize this. That just about everything in our lives, it can wait. We put God first. See, that's the thing. The narcissists don't want you to do that. Putting God first. Because when you put God first, then that puts them out of sight, out of mind for a time. Well, it's unfortunate, but there are some entities that operate with the system of narcissism that we are going to utilize their services from time to time. You have to learn how to work with them. And this is a big way we do it. We don't give them the illusion of power and control. So no, I don't answer the phone if I'm busy. That's the other thing. That's another how to win against narcissists, especially the narcissist hoovers. Come on, y'all. Yeah, a big one right there. You learn to ignore them hoovers. Don't answer it. That's a big win against the narcissist right there. Don't answer that. Don't fall for the bait. Don't take the bait. And I thank y'all for hitting the thumbs up on these messages. Yep. Customers call. Well, and see, that's the thing. In the game of narcissism. Well, that's it. But they want to give you a sob story, trying to get your attention, give you the big sob story. Watch out for that. Watch out for that. Because chosen ones, when we share our testimony, you can tell a big difference. Like when I share tidbits about the Jezebel case study, what she tried to do to me, that's for inspiration and motivation. I ain't trying to get nobody. I see the blessings in disguise. Because let me tell you something. I'm getting to know this body and how God made it so strategically. Oh yeah, and the other blessing in disguise about it is the fact that, yeah, what she tried to do, she tried to cause my body to heal backwards. I figured that out. I was like, what? I said, no wonder when I put that pair of shorts on, it looked like they were on backwards, but they weren't. Because the top of my thighs, I said, oh, shoot, we got to do some work on them. Wait a minute, hold up. I started laughing. I said, oh, I see what she tried to do. I said, she was trying, never mind. She was trying to get me, she was trying to cause my body to heal. But you know, his name is God for a reason. And even I couldn't help but laugh about that. I said, oh my gosh, that's why that looks so funny. I'm looking in the mirror. I said, man, I got to put my shorts on backwards. They might look right. Anywho. Oh, we good now, though. That was a while ago, y'all. That's a while ago when I discovered that. But that's what I'm saying. It's a blessing in disguise. Because I can notice this stuff is called heightened awareness. That's another how to win against the narcissist right there. Yes! Is that you see this stuff. You become more aware. That's a... Oh my gosh, that is like the most significant win against narcissist and narcissism all around. Is the awareness factor is you become more aware of yourself, more aware of what's going on around you, more aware of the inconsistencies inside the matrix, the more aware about how this world stage operates with all the games and the actors on the world stage wearing silicone masks and things like that. Just continuing, the show must go on, you know. So that's that. But how to win against the narcissist is many, y'all. It's just a big one right there is a how to win against narcissists is that awareness. Got to be aware of yourself, aware of them. And yes, you will hear the AC running, but yes, whenever you get somebody calling you up or coming up to you with a sob story, I'm telling y'all, pay attention. And listen to their tone, too. Listen to their tone. When they're giving you a sob story, listen to their tone. Yeah, it can have like that dreamy type tone, or it can have that overly dramatic type tone, or it can have a saccharine type tone. So pay attention, okay? Because when Chosen Ones, we share our testimony. We're like, listen, we're going to give it to you straight to the point. There ain't no sugarcoating it. There ain't no saccharine sweetening. There ain't no, it's like, we're going to tell you, hey, listen, this is what it is. This is what happened. This is what they did. The red flag. These are the red flags I missed. I'm going to share them with y'all. And then we keep on moving on. We keep it moving forward. That's right. I want y'all to drop that in the comments below. Even on the replay, drop it. Keep it moving forward. Keep it moving. There you go. Just put, keep it moving. Keep it simple. All right? Keep it moving. Because that's what we do. All right? We drop the testimony. We're like, here, this is what it was, but here's the good news. Here's the positive side. Here's the blessing in disguise. And we keep on keeping on because it's just for the education and awareness. That most significant win against narcissist and narcissism is that awareness. The heightened awareness that God needs us to have. And so I want to thank all y'all again for hitting the thumbs up. So this message makes it to our fellow spiritual warriors for Christ. That's right, the ones who need it. The ones who are wanting to know, how do you win against narcissists? There's so many ways. All right, so let's recap real quick some of the ones we've covered so far. All right, and if y'all think of some more that we don't get to in this episode of Let's Just Chat, okay, then let's drop that in the comments on the replay, okay? It's iron sharpening iron here in this growing community of spiritual warriors for Christ. So we've quick recap. We've covered how we stop playing the game. That's right. We start to see through them. All right. We start to see through them. We're like, hold up a second. This is not the person we thought they were when we met them. And so we start to pay attention. We're like, okay, right. And then we stop playing the game. Then we stop ignoring red flag. That's another how to win against a narcissist. Stop ignoring the red flag, because you're going to start to see those red flags at certain entities and organizations out here that have been trained, by narcissists. They have been trained to operate narcissistically. So you got to know them red flags. Okay, know them red flags. And then, and don't ignore them. Okay? And then that awareness, the most significant how to win against narcissists and the game of narcissism is that awareness. We continue to get the heightened awareness. Okay? And if I, right, and if I have, ignore, right, ignore them is a big one. We covered that, especially with the Hoovers. Don't take the bait. Actually, we covered that one. How to win against narcissists. And then moving in silence. That's another one that we've covered. We learn to move in silence. We zip it. We stop uttering all our mind. We stop telling them what we up to. We, basically learn to stay low key. And I mean, when I say low key, very low key. Okay? Very low key. And again, I did cover if you're co-parenting, that's a whole different ballgame, but still, your interaction should be about the kids only. Okay? That is the consensus amongst all of us who are in this field of pushing back against narcissistic abuse and narcissism in general. So, yeah, that's it. Exactly. And so, I'm just gonna do this because it needs to be done. And if you can think of any more, okay. Right, slow-moving aircraft, no sound. Y'all just caught a Project Bluebeam. That was a fake plane. Thank you, Chris. Yep, you just saw a Project Bluebeam plane. Remember, I said that y'all were going to get one of these days. I didn't know it would be today. Yes. Okay, and then we also, that's the other thing. How to win against the narcissist we talked about is you don't allow them to make you feel as though you have to rush to get something done. I don't know if y'all can see that one, but there's another one. No sound. Yep, there it is. Anyhow, there you go. Good job. Good job. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. I told y'all we're gonna catch some Project Bluebeam planes one day. I'm glad that it was today. Finally. That way I'm like, Heavenly Father, thank you. You helped me keep my promise. Because I really didn't know when I was telling y'all that before. I said, I really didn't know how in the world I was going to do it. Well, guess what? We did it. Yay! And we did it together in the Let's Just Chat. How about that? Chris, I'm glad y'all caught that. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And so how to win against the narcissist. Like I said, it's that awareness, man, that awareness. And then really just keeping to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and here's another big win against the narcissist. How to win against a narcissist. Chosen ones. You learn to be okay physically alone more often. You learn to be okay being physically alone more often because that's going to happen. That is going to happen. Your walk with the Lord, that narrow path, you are going to have to be okay being alone more often physically. Because you are never alone spiritually. When you got God, you got Jesus, and then you got all of us. Okay, even though we might be online, okay, primarily online right now, listen, it's all good. Because we got each other, iron sharpening iron, in this growing community of spiritual warriors for Christ. And exactly. Okay, whenever y'all see my hand go up, you'll know what's up with that. Okay, because some people can see that I am doing that, but they probably don't realize that I got the thing on. They probably think I have the camera on myself. They may not realize I got it on the parking lot and the trees for y'all. But yeah, and the pressure. Okay, listen, that's a huge red flag we don't ignore. If you are having to interact with them, okay, and their services, and as far as the deadline, well, there is somewhat of a deadline with the people I'm working with, but it's not tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I have some time. So anyway, I got at least a couple more weeks, and I'm going to have it done way before then. Anyhow, but yeah, and we're not going to let them rush us. See, that's the other way we win against narcissism in general right there, is that we don't allow them to make us think that we got to stop everything else that we're doing for the glory of God. See, there's a real one. You hear that? Big difference. Yeah, big difference between that slow-moving plane that you saw that was close enough that we should have been able to hear it. Well, those two. And then that one that came from way back there, you could hear from, yep, you started to hear it all the way back. All the way back before it got over the car. So, there you go. There's your proof that not every single plane you see in the sky is real. Watch out for Project Bluebeam, y'all. All right, now. And, exactly. But if you feel, whoever it is that you see the red flag of narcissism, and if you feel them trying to pressure you into completing something that you know you need to take your time with, see, that's what don't ignore that. Being pressured is so off-putting. It's like so being pushy. It's that pushiness. Don't ignore that. Okay, so how to win against the narcissist and the narcissism in general is you don't allow them. Remember, we chosen ones got the power and authority on the inside of us to not allow them to do that. Yeah, don't allow them to do that. So, there's that. And you want to keep that in mind going forward. Do not allow them to do that. Because, see, that's one of the things that narcissists are well known for. Is they come on in real fast. And they try to give you all this stuff to try to overwhelm you. Because they don't want you to be able to take the time that you need to think, hold on a second, to make a rational decision. To make sure you're doing things correctly. They want you, right, because they want you to feel as though you got to hurry up. Because they know that if you try to hurry up, you try to get ahead of God, then you're going to mess it up. And they want you to mess up. See, we ain't going to let them do that to us anymore. That, another how to win against narcissists and narcissism right there. It's just don't allow them to do that to us. We know that we got plenty of time. We know that we ain't got to rush nothing. Right, there's no need to rush. They railroad, and that's it right there. Okay, they always try to make you feel like you should drop everything and jump right to whatever it is they want you to jump to right there. Exactly. Watch out for that. And don't do it. You know you've got your priority list. You've got what your what the Heavenly Father has asked you to do, has put on your spirit, whatever it is for the day. And He is guiding your steps. You letting God guide your steps. That's it. We don't let them make us feel as though we got to drop everything and kowtow to them. Ain't gonna happen. Alright, y'all. So that wraps up this quick message. Yeah, there you go. The dishes can wait for an hour. You got that right. You got that right. So that's a big part of the patience thing that we learn. There are a lot of things in life that can wait. If not most everything that can wait a minute. It can wait a minute. It can wait. It can wait. It can wait. Alright, so that wraps this up. And it ain't, exactly. A lot of the stuff out here, it ain't life and death. It's not an emergency, but they want to act like it is because that rush of the Matrix. It's very contagious, so we have to unlearn all of that. That's another how to win against the narcissist, is you unlearn the indoctrination of impatience, and their impatience and all of this pushiness and the red flag become clearer and clearer and clearer going forward. So let's drop some additional how to win against a narcissist in the comments on the replay, y'all. Seriously. And don't forget to download your free PDF copy of CHA's fundraiser flyer on the website. If you navigate yourself, go to the website, navigate to t-shirts, mugs, and more. In the navigation drop-down menu, there towards the bottom, click on that, and you will find CHA's fundraiser flyer. It is free, and you can download that, give you more information about our fundraiser for our movement, pushing back against radio frequency for healthier living, because, as you'll read on the flyer, healthier living is part of trauma healing and beyond. It's very important, and there's so much that goes into it, and we continue to bring you more and more as God reveals it, with basic scientific facts, tried and true techniques, and more in our growing community of spiritual warriors for Christ at Consulting for Heightened Awareness, CHA. And if you've got some ideas to promote that flyer, send me an email there, Chris. I appreciate it. Yes, let's brainstorm together, iron sharpening iron, on how to promote this flyer, because I've got some mini flyers. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to distribute those on foot, because I'm not going to do it locally. I'm not going to do it at the places that I frequent. That's part of being low-key. That's for somebody right there. Sending love and light to all fellow warriors. Thank you for watching, listening, and for your continued support. Till next time, let's show some gratitude to the Heavenly Father. And you keep being you. In Jesus' name, amen.